the Saigon Jokers. They don't want to play against heavy zone control. The tankiness in that top lane, I mean, that's important. While Rek'Sai and Syndra, oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
we were just talking about Rek'Sai earlier on as well. Like, there's some really crazy amounts of damage, high mobility. She's like almost everything you want, and most of the teams aren't. I mean, they probably aren't that familiar with how to play against her at the moment.
And Rek'Sai can build damage if your team needs to. In addition to that, if you need someone who is extremely tanky, pokes from the side, gets a lot of map control, not really map vision, but when she's burrowed, you can really kind of get a sniff out or a sense out of where your opponents are.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so and the last few bans, I mean, these are just the assassin type.
Yeah, they are.
So you're seeing both teams really on the same page of what they don't want to deal against. They don't want to deal against tanky type things or like insta-kill.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Violet here really likes to play the Maokai in the top lane as well. So we will have to see how Saigon Jokers and Hanoi Full actually pull things out here. And of course, SAJ insta-locking the Lissandra, actually leaving the Narvan combo up for Hanoi Full.
I mean, no surprise. I mean, that's fine. Even though if they're comfortable playing that Lissandra, you were saying it's a flex pick.
It's a huge flex pick.
They could go any of the lanes that they really want to send it to. So that is actually a pretty nice one. But like you said, nah, Jarvan, man, that's still a real possibility. Will they pick it in favor, or they lock into Janna? So it's either going to be Jarvan or that Nah.
Yeah.
Now,
so we will have to see. I mean, King of War here actually likes to play Jarvan quite a bit, so I'm not surprised that Hanoi Full decides to kind of lock it in for themselves. And, you know, denying the Janna away from Saigon Jokers will give them a little less disengage and might tunnel Saigon Jokers into an all-in team composition with the Lissandra, and let's see what their next two picks are coming up.
Right, I mean, that's one thing that you want already, and it doesn't give away too much of the composition of Hanoi Full Lewis from the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean, Jarvan and Janna are actually really safe picks.
Yep.
He can fit in so many compositions. You could go for an early pick. You can even stand and do just like total map control.
High mobile comms, wombo combos. I mean, you name it, you have it.
Yeah, it's too flexible to start with. But like you were saying, Lissandra is a really all-in, and they are doing that with the Lee Sin and the Corki. I mean, looking for high burst, man.
Yeah, we're talking about the roam. We're talking about the mid-game power spikes here coming out from the Saigon Jokers. Level 11 ultimates coming out from the Lissandra, and the mid-game power spike of the Triforce Corki is going to be huge.
Corki is going to be huge. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Full Lewis came back with that Graves. I mean, they kind of have a very good matchup in the bottom lane. If you think about Graves and Janna, they can actually trade toe for toe, burst for burst.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you want. You don't want to let Corki kind of wither you down with those bombs. And there they go, locking in that Graves for shit.
That's right. I believe this is the next patch is where Corki will get his Valkyrie hit increased to 100 mana. So Corki still has that all-in potential with the Valkyrie into the Phosphorus Bomb and, you know, Gatling guns and all that shenanigans. But Hanoi Full Lewis here with the Graves, like you said, can trade toe-to-toe with the Corki, and we will have to see, will they decide to lock in the Ahri? And hey, no one's playing Gnar at all this game. I mean, if Gnar is not picked, it just means that these two teams don't prioritize that champion or don't play that champion. And if it gets picked, I mean, it's such a low priority pick.
I guess one thing's for sure is that these teams aren't really looking to play just one comp. They're playing very reactionary to each other. Like this Ahri pick, you know, it's super good playing against champions like Lissandra and Lee Sin. You get to play a whole bunch of jukes. You get to stop them tracks. You get to even assassinate or counter pick them. If they come for the all-in, you can land that one charm, and it makes all the difference in stopping and engage. So I think reactionary play and reactionary drafting is kind of important. It doesn't deny them the Gnar because SAJ just doesn't have that comp that can center around the Gnar as well.
Yeah, I do expect the Zed to be locked in here, not the Teemo, of course. Zed here, either being played by Nyxwater or Lovita. These two champions can be switched to the mid or the top lane at any time. And Sue's Alistar is just something that he's so comfortable on. And they've pulled it out so many times, but hey, it's going to be the Thresh here.
That's fantastic. Yeah, picking up that Thresh, I was questioning the Alistar pick for a bit, but the Thresh makes so much more sense.
It does.
Yeah, so now they really have that all-in comp. It's quite safe at the same time. I mean, once you have that Thresh, any all-in dive by any of your champions is actually not as risky as you might set it up to be. Now,
and again, of course, the disengage potential coming out from Thresh at the same time.
Wow, that's a surprise. I mean, they're hovering over Morgana. I just don't know whether that's going to be good. Like, do you want to send Morgana?
I don't know. I still feel that the Gnar here in this Hanoi Full Lewis composition is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Jarvan, you have the pickoffs coming out from the Ahri, you have Graves just to top it all off with the buckshot and the collateral damage. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they should...
Whoa!
And they lock in Morgana, who I mean, this is it's a bit crazy because they could send a Zed up top and just like send a Lissandra mid, and Morgana will be a sitting duck against Zed. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have any counterplay potential.
She can push the wave though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Zed can't last it on the turret.
Yeah, I mean, Zed can last hit on the turret, but you kind of deny the roam. But I actually prefer this Lissandra versus Morgana matchup in the top lane because the Black Shield's not going to do much against the Lissandra, who's constantly hitting you with those ice shards. And then the Zed versus Ahri matchup can be, once you hit level 6, yes, Ahri does have the Spirit Rush, but the moment you dodge out that charm, Ahri's going to be very ineffective.
Right, it's really a skill matchup in the mid
lane.
It is. Like, Ahri Zed is a classic. I mean, it's a throwback to the season 4 over again. So it really is a skill matchup. In the top lane though, having Nyx Water go up against Violet, man, with Lissandra Morgana, that's going to be interesting. I honestly don't know how I feel about Morgana pick yet, but it does combo into the Jarvan, but not so much with the Janna.
No.
I mean, you know, we've always talked about it before, when Morgana used to be like a popular mid lane pick. Like, you would never want to have a Janna in the bot lane just because you could get it all in, and then you need to disengage if damage is too high, if your mid-game spike isn't there. And obviously Saigon Jokers have a much larger mid-game spike in this game. So only time will tell, and I'm I'm a bit confused and stuck at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, so if we actually take a look at both of these team compositions right here, Saigon Jokers going up against Hanoi Full Lewis. I mean, what are the strengths here? Because Hanoi Full Lewis, I'm looking at their composition, I'm like, okay, they actually have a lot of pushing potential. I mean, in between Morgana, in between Ahri, and
I mean, that's for
they
sure.
just so much wave clear on their hand.
That'll be a very good early game strat for them as well. Like, they could push out really hard and fast. Morgana, Ahri, Graves. You're right. You know, they clear waves fast. Then the roam. Now that's the important part. The roam is going to be effective for them because their waves are pushed out. And it's on Saigon Jokers to make the counter ganks.
Yeah, they have to they have to pressure back.
They have to pressure back. It's not going to be the easiest for them, I feel. Like, Lissandra takes a bit of ramping up.
Yep.
And so does Zed. Like, Zed can clear waves, but it costs him most of his cooldowns, and he is so reliant on
that. Is this mid-game power spike coming up from Saigon Jokers that the Hanoi Full Lewis really need to look out for? Because Hanoi Full Lewis here, they don't have, let's say, the best mid-game champions. I mean, outside of Jarvan, outside of Graves, who does take some time to ramp up, Ahri, Morgana, you need those items. You need your needlessly large rod. You need your DFGs to really start to assassinate people. And whoa, unexpected platform error. Let's see what just happened there. But nevertheless, I mean, if we take a look at both these team compositions, I really don't know who I actually favor at the moment. I mean, Hanoi Full Lewis here just showing us a completely...
Oh, I know who I favor, man. I favor Saigon Jokers comp, like, right off the bat. It's a bit weird. I mean, you wouldn't normally just pick the Morgana.
Yeah, you won't.
Now your damage is really solely going to be from Ahri and Graves, and you need them to ramp up fast.
I don't know, because like this off the wall picks usually you talk about upsets.
Yeah, I mean this could be a cheese. It could be a nice big cheese that even the Saigon Jokers aren't expecting. And you know what? I would gladly swallow my words if Morgana turns out to be the best pick they ever made.
Wow, I just don't know what to think about this off-the-wall kind of picks. I mean, every time something like this comes out, I'm so excited, but I don't want to get my hopes up because it can just be like...
I want a bottle of wine to go with this cheese. I don't know. I want to feel atas for this moment and just soak in the picks. Because, I don't know, it's fun to watch on one hand, but when it goes bad, it comes stompy in so many ways, right?
It does.
Yeah, so let's just hope that the Morgana pick works out for them. Now, the Black Shield has its uses.
It does. Allows Ahri to go in easily as well.
Remembering that Frozen Tomb itself has a bit of a delay before it casts out, so a well-timed Black Shield can negate the stun. That's one thing which a lot of good Morgana players tend to do when they play support, you know. What else could they like potentially stop in that team? There really isn't nothing. I mean, you could stop a kick, a Dragon's Rage knockback, but it really wouldn't
I don't know,
help
man.
Like there isn't that much. You think about it.
We talk about the utility that Morgana provides, and all I see from Hanoi Lewis team comp, the Full Lewis team comp, that it just shouts wave clear to me. It really just wave clear to me.
They are missing a nice
They've got their Demacian standard coming in that gives you additional siege potential. We're back in the pick and ban. They're gonna just run through it really quickly. If you actually look at the bans once again, you see a lot of the assassins have been taken away, and we look at the mid laners here. Shine has only the Ahri that they have to play against the Z, so they are still going into the assassin picks, you see.
Yeah, you can take the thing is that they took away the Morgana. I mean, they took the Morgana, but that is supposed to help you, like, you know, I don't know, stop like some of the assassin comps as well. So I don't see why you need to pick it up over greater picks like Gnar. Like, Gnar is so favored at the moment. You could even pick an Irelia into that comp.
Oh wow,
and it would have been so beautiful just to play with it. So I don't know. There's so many more viable picks out there.
And this Morgana is a huge question mark. They saved it all the way to their last pick
when Gnar was clearly available for them to pick.
They could have gone Janna, Jarvan, followed by the Ahri, Gnar, and then sealed in your AD carry with whatever, because they already Saigon Joker's already locked in their Corki.
And you know, I mean, we've never seen Violet really run Morgana.
No.
So I mean, no, even if he did, like, it's super way back.
Yeah.
That's when Violet was still playing mid, I think.
I think so too.
That was super way back. And Morgana back then is so different from Morgana right now. Values have decreased. Wave clear. I mean, no more magic resist shred.
Yeah.
You know, it's just damage that stacks per second. So
the Tormented Soil though, I mean, it's like playing mid lane or playing any lane on easy mode. Just lay down the Tormented Soil and then just like, hey, AFK, laugh, just spam laugh.
You could spam laugh and hide in brushes. I guess that's kind of cool too if you want.
There isn't much point in spamming laugh while you're hiding in brushes, is there?
No, I mean, it's for yourself, really. It's a self-indulgent thing.
Okay. You do that, don't you?
I believe you don't
You're
play
guilty
top lane
of that.
enough.
Yeah.
I don't play top lane enough.
I don't play top lane.
I don't either.
This is why all you can do is just hide in the brush and laugh, right?
I'm a mid laner, man. I just sit there and I farm and I listen to my jungler like a good boy. That's my job.
Okay.
So yeah, I am questioning that top lane Morgana pick. That's probably the one thing on our minds.
Yeah.
SAJ's comp though looks solid, and honestly, it has enough synergy for themselves to play.
This is a really standard SAJ comp. SAJ plays two ways. They either go for all-in split push, and they have that ability with the Z, or they go for like, hey, let's pick you off, assassinate the heck out of you, and just crush your team.
Oh, they have just Nyx water carry the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that usually they have one of those three comps.
Yeah.
It's honestly very simple for them. Hanoi for Lewis though, I will say that they have so much early game pressure. Like, they could go for 3v1 late ganks. They can go for 4v, like, 4v1 ganks.
I'm waiting for the, you know, I have an inkling that Hanoi for Lewis might be going for the 4 top or 4 bottom, the 4-1 push.
They have the Janna.
They have the Janna, they have the Morgana, they have the Jarvan, and they have the AD carry, because I mean, Jinx will work a lot better if they want to do this cheese, but you get what I mean? Like, if they really are,
I totally get what you mean.
If they really are going for that 4-1 push cheese, I mean, like, Graves just doesn't shout to me like a cheese AD carry kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure.
Right. And lane swapping would make no sense in this comp. Honestly, it's a wild card. Like, Hanoi for Lewis, to me, the draft isn't the strongest. When it could have been. The
just think what it could have been.
It could have been the best comp.
Yeah. It could have been the Narvan with the Ahri Graves and Janna. That was like, whoa.
Yeah. Just the Gnar makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
Now, with your TP Morgana, I guess you can make some nice bot lane plays. and you defend the dragon quite well. It's almost equivalent to a Rumble.
There's a zone control that you get.
Almost equivalent.
Your mini equalizer.
Your mini equalizer.
We think about Earth mode. Morgana in Earth mode will be like mega equalizer, right?
She's like the best.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, Forever R. They should make it into a movie. Yeah. Forever R.
You're shackled to her soul.
You are. And you know what? Maybe Violet's just preparing himself for the Morgana reskin and the whole texture update.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just like really excited about it. And
really excited.
I'm gonna do it right now. And like, maybe that's why they picked Tristana as well, right? Knowing that she's getting some nice changes in the upcoming patches. I know I would do that. Like, when they announced the Victor remake, I was like, I'm gonna just keep playing Vic, you know, and when it comes out, people just be like, so good.
I've been trying to master Azir, but I've been falling flat on my face all the time.
Have you tried the super wall jump?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have. I've done the build your sand soldier, you E to your sand soldier, and then you Q.
Oh, the Superman.
Yeah, the Superman. That's
Superman.
epic. That was really
epic.
Superman
maneuver.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I only can do it like 30% of the time, so.
Well, at least you tried.
Yeah, at least I tried.
What matters that you tried.
I tried.
So this is going to be. I hope it's going to be a good day for these games, because we're going to watch 2 games of SAJ versus Hanoi Full Louis.
Oh yeah.
Right, so they're gonna swap sides. Thinking about the standings again, Hanoi Full Louis need to win.
They need to win,
or at least draw.
I think right now, because each team actually meets each other once in this group stages, and I'm looking at the table again. They are at like 3 games played, so this is technically the last game of Group C.
So they need to either draw.
They
or
need
win.
to win.
They need to win.
They need to win.
They need to win.
They need to win. They need to win, and they need to hope that if they draw, they need to hope that Fat Rabbit loses or draws to set up that tiebreaker.
Right. All right. So here we go. Early game, nothing much happening. Throwing the spear for some early harass. This is just like, you know, early game nonsense. Just mishmash, throwing spears. Early wards aren't really coming up yet. We gotta wait a little bit for that. And the amazing pause button has been activated.
Yeah, it has.
Once again.
As you can see on the chat, there's a little bit of lag. We're gonna kind of let that disappear. There you go.
Yeah, man.
There we see.
So good. I love reading chat though.
Yeah, chat's really fun.
Except I might not understand Vietnamese.
No, we don't understand Vietnamese at all.
Yeah. I know when we were watching season 4 qualifiers, my favorite word was like Chong Dut.
Yeah, Cham Dut.
Cham Dut, yeah. What was that?
Shut down.
Shut down. No,
yeah.
Cham Dut.
You see it like huge on your screen here.
Good times, man. Good times.
Good times. But anyway, Saigon Jokers up against the Hanoi Full Louis squad. Let's just take a look at the entire team comps once again. I mean, Saigon Jokers here just straight up. I mean, we could expect Nyx Water and Lovita to just go on a massive split push duty as well. I mean, with Lissandra and Zed.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
surprised.
Yeah, it's a very SAJ thing. Yeah. And if we look at the map movements as well, don't think there's a lane swap coming out from either team as predicted.
It's going to be very standard lanes. We're going to see like weird matchup in the top lane. Everything else is going to be as per normal.
Yeah,
like
I actually want to just watch the top lane for the first few levels or so, because it's just going to be Tormented Soil versus Ice Shard push. Dude,
all I can say is I think it's going to be stale but interesting.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be just wave clear, and once in a while someone will get poked by a binding or
an
ice shard, and then we'll be like, ooh.
And we make noises, right?
And we make noises, because that's what happens when damage is taken. Items-wise though, they went both for Doran's ring, but Morgana went for the Biscuit talent, so she's at number 9. I mean, she's 2109 at the moment. In the mid lane, we're seeing Ari with the Doran's ring, with the pots, and of course Zed with the longsword pots. Now longsword pot is always a safer build, so that's quite a bit of respect for Shine's early game Ari. I don't honestly think that Zed has that big an issue with Ari early on, but that's a bit of a respect item buy. Usually you go for Doran's Blade. He wants to go for either the early brutalizers, but in this case you also go for like the more pots. Pots always good. Bot lane, Janna going for the Spell Thief's Edge, so not building up an early talisman.
No, not going with the early talisman at all.
Wants to go for the harass, wants to go for the damages, man. All about them damage. While Thresh also not playing the talisman build. Why is no one playing the talisman build?
You really like the talisman, don't you?
I love the talisman build. It makes you the laziest support in the world.
It does.
You just sit there, and then once you have enough money, vroom vroom. You know, you just vroom vroom down the lane.
Yeah, you do.
And of course now with the new items that some junglers can pick up, like Righteous Glory, I mean Lee and Java can definitely run those items.
Oh yeah, they can.
It gives them
like double vroom, right?
Like double vroom, man.
I still haven't seen a triple vroom comp yet though.
What will help with the triple vroom comp?
Sivir.
Oh, well, OGN, my friend.
Yes, OGN. I mean, not in a GPL, but like Sivir has been.
One day we'll catch up. We'll catch up. We'll start playing Sivir. Then like our junglers will start buying Righteous Glory, and our supports will not buy Targons.
They will go for the talisman.
No,
go for the talisman.
We all go for talisman.
Actually, they will buy Targons and then just go for the talisman of Ascension when they get enough gold
when they
later.
Get enough gold.
Yeah,
just sell the Targons.
Just sell the Targons.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Like Targon's Mountain, like who cares about Targon's Mountain? I mean, like Leona, Diana, and Pantheon.
They're not even that viable.
Yeah, they're not.
But then again, we did. Word is that the Sejuani support, right?
Yeah.
Sejuani support meant Targons. That's
yeah.
money in the bank.
That's money in the bank.
Money in the bank. You go there, you harass, you throw that shield on with face on the mountain. You just throw the shield on someone.
Yeah, then you Arctic assault someone, right?
You Arctic assault, dude, in the face.
Yeah, and then the frozen bola right smack dab in the middle. Oh, that feels so good.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, so we've got word, or at least I've got word, that, you know, Hanoi Fulus is experiencing some connectivity issues. So we're going to go for a quick break until they can sort out what they can sort out. Hopefully they can, and then we'll see if we get back into the game. So for now, let's just go for a quick break.
See you guys soon.
Basically, because of how professional we are at Wild Banana, we are not able to produce many bloopers in our previous episode just because we're that good. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many apples do you add to your whisper? So, do you watch Wild Banana?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I have a really important question to ask you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many mutus does Apple eat? So apparently, you can also do things like this, and you can make pie. Raspberry pie. Do you watch Wild Banana?
Yeah, I do.
So what's your favorite video on Wild Banana and why?
Oh, I think the one about, what was it, the magic one? Yeah, I think that was quite funny, especially with how lame the tricks actually were.
So now my question is, how many bananas does it take for Google to add 10 pearls to a coffee mug?
How many bananas does it take to what?
I heard that you've seen Wild Banana before, so I wanted to ask really quickly, who's your favorite cast member of Wild Banana?
Oh, Audrey.
Not Audrey. Who's your favorite cast member from Wild Banana?
Oh, Audrey, I think. Audrey. Audrey.
So I'm here with Jason at Tech Festival, and Jason, how are you enjoying Tech Fest so far?
Pretty good.
So I heard you've seen Wild Banana before. I just want to ask really quickly, who's your favorite cast member of Wild Banana?
Jason seems pretty cool. Jason.
That guy? So, who's your favorite cast member from Wild Banana?
I think Darren's my favorite cast member because I think that guy really cool.
Alright, what's your favorite video and why?
I think favorite video, like all the videos I like because every video is a different experience. Every video, you know, it's a different fun experience. So I think every video.
Oh, wow. Welcome back to the game. Now we have SAJ on the blue side and Hanoi Full Lewis on the red side. This is early game. I mean, they had a little bit of connectivity issues. So we are back at the 1 minute 45 second mark. Pretty standard lanes. Looks like wards are in the most obvious positions as always. Nothing too risky coming from these guys. No cheese. So looks like a lane swap has occurred and they're going to put Corky and Thresh in the top lane. This is
Not standard lanes anymore.
I guess we're
You've been
wrong.
proven wrong.
I guess we're wrong, man.
But the cheese here, the lane swap actually coming up from Saigon Jokers instead. So
Why?
I have no idea.
Why?
We'll see.
You had one job.
They want to go for the double jungle.
They want to go for the double jungle.
And Lissandra has blue buff.
Nyx Water taking the early blue buff. Looks like they are playing some cheese.
They're playing the Nyx Water train.
Oh, I love it. Cheese.
Oh,
tastes so sweet.
so yummy.
So sweet.
Look at what both of them are doing.
They're just running into the jungle. This is bad news. Bad news. They're gonna steal as many buffs as they possibly can.
They're gonna both steal each other's buffs.
King of War and Violet, they're doing the exact same strat. This is what happens when you play your sister team, man. Strats. This is what they call a scrim in everyday Vietnam. So they both, I guess, know what each other is probably doing.
A day in the life of the Vietnamese team.
Yeah, I guess we should have expected this somehow, that they would know each other's movement patterns. Not seeing someone do this.
And they're just mirroring each other. Watch, this is like a well-coordinated dance. Remember when Poe Belter and what's his name did the Z dance thing in the mid lane when they did?
Right,
so
right.
That's what they're doing right now.
Right.
Just that King of War's not recalling. So.
No, and they actually might get a nice hook on to King of War. Nyx Water's appearing back in the bottom lane. He's got that blue buff, so clearing out this bottom wave and the pressure that Shin and Starfall can do is going to be really, really helpful. Look at that, free spam. And Lissandra already has not like so much mana control, so that's easy.
Can I just say that we actually had a solo Thresh in the bottom lane?
Oh, what a champion, Sue. You are a winner.
Yeah, he is. I mean, whoever expected that? Not me.
Not me. Violet now recalling back to base. Still has that teleport up, so can go up to the top lane where Corky is solo farming. This is a really good start for the Saigon Jokers. Getting Prince up experience and farm as Corky is as good as playing him mid lane, right? I mean, you get extra burst really fast.
Oh, remember the days of AD mid lane?
Oh, best days. Those Those were my favorite days.
Ashe in the mid lane.
And then just specking tons of armor.
I know.
So Violet actually gonna have a better time against Corki as well because Lacy Black Shield can just be used as damage mitigation.
Yep.
You don't really have to worry about any sort of CC unless the jungler comes in, and that's not till 6 when you actually have to worry about the kit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Violet here just will have a pretty fun time farming in this lane. I mean, he's gonna take quite a bit of damage from the Corki as well because he came back late into the lane. Of course, safety will be walking up a ward, so Violet's just gonna back off from this one. Right,
so it's pretty safe up top with. He did get a mana pot, so Violet can sustain just a little bit more. While Shin, it's really peculiar. I mean, they're not letting Mixwater get that extra experience, letting him get babysat by a Thresh. Now, to me, that isn't the best thing you could do. King of War here coming up from the side. He
was waiting for the Shadow to come off of cooldown, but hey, Luvita wasn't really too far up in the lane, and that was just, you know, junglers just showing their presence here. Gets the flash out of Violet now as well.
Very nicely done. Scaring him that safeguard, and then Icky Fingers, you know, just had to flash at the moment time.
Yeah.
Starfall and Shin, though, both really healthy in the bot lane. CS-wise, both ADCs are doing really well.
They are. Even in CS, mid lane's pretty much even. However, the disparity here is with the top solo laners. Nixwater had a little bit more time to farm in the jungle, grabbed the blue buff as well. So I'm not entirely sure how hurt safety actually is by passing the blue buff over to Nixwater, which has just expired, of course.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, if as Lee Sin, you can do so much more of your utility. Yeah, I mean, getting a buff is nice for early kills, but if you know you're not going to get those kills, seeing that you don't really have a team comp that can sort of satisfy that. I mean, Nick's water in the bot lane, right? It's fine. I mean, you just need to farm up to 6, and jungle EXP is at a much better state than it was last season.
We also have a roaming Stu now.
Here we go, Starfall coming in from the side. Getting the flash off of safety. Starfall and King of War both missing that.
Wow.
Going for the smite. Lovita coming from the they exhausted already with that ult coming in from Zed. JV dropping real low. Ari getting that first blood. Lovita making a bit of a misstep there. Starfall gets hit by the Sue's hook. They have to exit. Shine using his ulti just to get out of there. Ooh, trying to be a bit nasty, you know.
Yeah, he is quite nasty.
Quick fingers.
So overall, it's a 1-for-1 trade here. We did see, of course, safety going down as he tried to aggressively invade the jungle actually. And of course, Starfall getting killed there in the counter attack coming out from the Saigon Jokers. But overall, it was just a really messy team fight. Lovita landed his death mark and did completely no damage at all. Of course, getting that last hit onto Starfall, that was nice, but you know, just back and forth. Both mid laners getting that one kill.
And honestly, some little misplays there coming from Lovita. You saw him jumping to the wrong shadow.
Yep.
And it almost cost him his life. It weren't for the fact that his W was still up, the living shadow was still up. 1-for-1, Starfall died in that previous one, so it was just a support. It wasn't as bad as losing Lee Sin in that first fight. Lovita also starting to ramp up with that Power Water Cutlass. So, easier time.
Yeah. However, that didn't really hurt
Safety going in.
all too much. Starfall getting caught out once again.
Nice double knockout coming in. King of War getting that smash to safety. Going in for the collateral damage. Shin gets one. Moves forward. Nice stutter step coming in. Hitting Prince. Extra bits of damage. In, out, roundabout. Already bursting the ultimate, so everything's going to be a-okay. Prince dropping really low though, and now back to standard lane.
Yeah, safety has to realize here, but wow, Shin gonna take a little bit of damage, but Prince really brave here, just using the Gatling gun as well as some auto attacks, despite being at about a third of his HP. But like I said, safety needs to realize that he isn't all that beastly in the early game. I mean, yes, he constantly tries to engage on it, but every time King of War as well as some member of the full Lewis squad will find him and kill him off.
Very close. Like, the bottom lane was actually pretty intense for that moment. Shin obviously getting you some better trades just because of
he has the true grit as well.
He has that true grit. And it was very smart of him to just dodge those Gatling guns before anything else. SAJ here stealing more buffs all day, every day.
Yeah. They have to do what safety tried to do. I mean, that seems to be their entire game plan. Saigon Jokers.
Ooh, wow. Hook there. Shin taking half health. Going for the buckshot. No, just going for the auto attack after the quick draw.
Yeah.
Nothing much to see here, guys. Starfall almost hitting level 6 soon, can still chop them up with the Monsoon if he chose, he so chooses to.
Yeah.
Should have done those warm-ups before the game.
You can do it now. Okay.
Too much High School Musical for me. Okay, so looks like goal-wise, HFL was actually a hit just by that little bit because of the kill. Farm-wise, things look to be pretty standard for both teams.
Yeah, but you see here, we saw Nixwater actually get their farm lead early game. However, Violet has now caught up and maybe even exceeding what Nixwater is at. In addition to that, despite Prince having that early solo lane without having Su to babysit, he's only at level 7. We will have Shin go up to level 8 if he, well, now decided to recall. That's not going to happen. Then you have Su against Starfall, both at level 5. So the disparity here is really in a little bit of that farm as well as the kills coming out for Hanoi for Lewis.
And looking at that, like, Graves going for the early Infinity Edge, you know, building up both BF Swords and Pickaxe. Now, SAJ going for the very nice and clean two-man Dragon. This is fantastic news for them. Not that much of a worry. They get the Dragon boost. SAJ is securing some extra stat rate. So they might not have enough gold, but you know, they're earning a bit of gold from their stat.
Yeah, they are.
It's permanent, you know, it's a permanent boost. So
the map, however, has been littered with wards now. But before that, we actually saw while the Dragon attempt was going on, not many wards have been coming out. Will we see the death sentence actually land onto Shin? They're gonna just back away from this one. They're gonna zone
no follow-up
Shin out here. Nixwater here, just trying to get as much farm as they can, and Morgana's just gonna start pushing in that lane a lot here with that double Dorans, giving like Morgana a lot of mana regeneration while killing the minions and pushing the wave.
It's not too bad. If you ask me, I think Morgana's doing an excellent job of setting Water out of this region and I guess out of his comfort zone as well.
You have to see, I mean, Nixwater has been known to play like every champion in the mid lane when he was a mid laner and now in the top lane. I mean, he shouldn't be all too unfamiliar with some of these champions as well.
Yeah, I mean, the matchup wise, he's playing against a Morgana. I mean, that was a classic matchup for him back in the day. This actually looks promising. Still anyone's game at the moment.
It is. We will need to wait for that mid-game power spike coming in. We have the ultimates all up for the side of the Saigon Jokers. No major objectives to contest, so we should wait until about the 14 to 15 minute mark before, you know, you have those core items completed onto both teams and they will start to contest either a turret or maybe the next dragon.
Right, King of War there clearing out that pink ward. This is a very quick push coming in from SAJ. Having both Safety and Lovita onto that mid lane is actually super good for them.
Oh, they're trying to go for the all-in as well.
Oh my goodness, and they get bomb lane. Hanoi Full is going very low. The flash comes in. Prince taking one turret hit. Starfall. An amazing play coming in. TP to the bot. Shin is safe. Prince going very low and Shin takes the double kill. This was a major turnaround for them. Looks like Nixwater didn't even TP from the top lane in the end for some strange reason. Safety and Lovita pushing in that mid lane as well. This is wonderful for both sides. They're playing trade for trade.
Yeah, they are. It does seem like Hanoi Full Lewis really want to get as many kills as possible. And then we have here on the side of the Saigon Jokers, they're just looking at those global map objectives. They've gotten the dragon, they've gotten the first turret. They might even get this one at the top. However, we have Hanoi Full Lewis getting those kills and then trading forward. Nixwater here taking too many hits onto the turret. And right now, I mean, Hanoi Full Lewis just completely making use of Saigon Jokers right here because no map pressure is being put onto the mid lane. They're gonna try to do some damage onto that one. Su is enough. Su's presence is enough to actually chase them away from this mid lane turret.
I mean, I'm surprised that SAJ is giving them so many objectives for free.
Yeah.
Right? They had early pressure, they had the early game spike, but they basically allow Hanoi Full Lewis to come knocking on their doors and just plow through.
In this game, it's just really interesting to see. Both teams aren't willing to meet each other face to face in an all-out team battle, and then the skirmishes so far is going in Hanoi Full Lewis's way because, I mean, SAJ here, they can't really stack their combos up. I mean, they want the displacements to come in, but Hanoi Full Lewis here just reacting a little bit better to the skirmishes, getting their members into position a bit quicker, and the Graves with that power spike off the Infinity Edge right now at a 14-minute mark is huge.
It's huge. She's
and the Morello not on as well.
Yeah, up 3-0. Ari with the Morel Nomicon. We're seeing much more charms, much more burst damage. These are two people you don't want to mess with. Lee Sin, on the other hand, barely having enough items or levels.
Going with the Juggernaut enchantment as well, so that's going to be quite interesting to see coming out from safety. He's been bursted down rather quickly in those early stages of the game, so maybe it does make sense for him. And now they're actually swapping in Nick's Water to try to push back some of the wave clear that Shin actually can put out.
It's going to be super hard. I mean, Grace with IE, that means auto attacks can clear minions really fast. And of course, True Grit in itself gives so much resistance.
Oh.
Getting in that back shot. True going really low. This one comes in as well for a nice shutdown altogether. Looks like they will get one onto Piet here. Who's a happy man. Oh, the Charm comes in onto safety, taking some a little bit of damage. And then Hayden goes down.
The King of War actually gets taken down as well.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that is actually not... Oh, went right, the Hadouken went right through the crab.
Yeah. Are you excited for Street Fighter 5?
A little bit. I'm always excited to do it.
Yeah, we are.
Violet here, looks like they're just pushing non-stop. It's a very simple, I guess, strategy time for both sides. They're both trying to get items fight as fast as they possibly can.
They're not willing to fight here. I mean,
there's no reason for them to fight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they just really want itemization, and this does not work for SAJ if they want to just itemize. Look at Lee Sin. Lee Sin needs a whole bunch of items now that he hasn't got any kills. He hasn't snowballed anyone per se.
Lee Sin's so far behind now. I mean, safety is... You talk about map pressure, you talk about presence in the game. He has practically no presence at all. So it's just going to be really tough for safety to actually make an impact. He needs to make a power play. They need to get the vision down. Now most of the outer turrets have been taken down. It's up to SAJ and Hanoi Full Lewis to actually place deep wards to get those picks.
Right. It really is going to be a pick game. Both sides can actually execute the same strategy, if you ask me. I mean, they have Lovida for SAJ has that quick assassination, and so does Shine as the Ari. Shin getting all big chunks of damage burst onto him. He's gone. Ooh, but a very nice save coming from Starfall. Is that the counter gang? King of War smash into his room, and the Ari getting the double kill. How did that was magic, man.
That was really big for Hanoi Full Lewis. I mean, like I said, their members are responding faster to those fights, and even though they thought they got a pick onto Shin and bursting all their cooldowns, as you can see from Nick's Water and safety, they tried to get the Dragon control by taking down the AD carry, but it's just really good response coming out from Full Lewis, and SAJ responds with a turret of their own. They're like, okay, you can pick out one of our members, but we'll either have Nick's Water or Lovida being that split pusher off to the side and the furthest lane you can imagine and taking down a turret from there.
Just remember though, like the first dragon buff is a skirmish buff, and that can actually swing a lot of teamfights in your favor.
Yeah.
I mean, numbers wise, it's no joke when you take 6 more percent.
They're tied up 1-1 now in terms of dragon buffs though, so it's going to be SAJ and Hanoi Full Lewis equal in terms of those dragon kills.
Dragon
and of course,
yes, but it's percentage based. So like HLF actually, if they have enough items, it's great. Look at that, man. He's gonna get so much more out of that 6% buff.
He is, and look at those needlessly large rods. That's what I was talking about from the side of Hanoi Full Lewis. I mean, if they start to stick together right now and you know what, their flanks very well, they can prevent any sort of shenanigans coming out from safety, Lovida or Nick's Water, and just start shoving in the wave so effectively. They've got Morgana, they've got Ari, they've got Graves, they've got Janna as all your range champions. Just slowly whittle down the turret and wave clear.
That's really good actually. Now it's going to be about, like you said, the vision control that both teams are trying very hard to get. Lee Sin has no sightstone, he's not intending to build one as well. So it's really reliant on the purchasable wards. Right? No one's running a trinket, yellow trinket. Instead, everyone's going with a keeping leg.
There they are. Su trying to land the death sentence.
To get the death sentence. Nice.
Shine here actually dancing out of it. And look at the amount of wards coming in for the side of Saigon Jokers. They have complete vision control down this bottom lane. They're going to walk over a ward in a tri-brush. Lovida and safety, they're going to take down this bot lane. Tier 1 turret.
Tier 1 turret. That's absolutely great for SAJ. Looks like turrets wise, 5-2. This is crazy. I mean, Nick's Water having free reign on top lane just to push.
Hey, this is just SAJ showing that, okay, we can't fight you head on because you've got a Graves with an Infinity Edge, you've got an Ari with a Morello Nomicon and the Nizuki large draw, and then you've got Violet here on Morgana. Oh, we got a Death Mark coming on to Violet now.
Oh, going in for that big burst. That Black Shield ain't gonna stop you from dying, my friend. Lovida here getting very low, but because of life steal and actually the brutalizer for that damages, we expect Lovida to actually just recover through auto attack. Oh, here comes Shine, going in with the triple spirit rush. Is he gonna pick up Lovida? Yes, gets a very nice charm, but will go down as wow. That one was super close, huh? Oh, super close. Could have been a big trouble, could have lost your job, my friend.
That was one of those things where, you know, you've got a parking attendant like running up to your car and you're like, wait! And you're like, save.
No. Bye-bye. So bottom lane is actually doing pretty
yeah, but we talk about the strategy coming from the Saigon Jokers here. They're not willing to take on those big fights in the early game, but they're constantly just pressuring the furthest turret possible from wherever the fight's happening. And it's either Nixwater, Lovida, some champion will be in the top lane. Violet here actually managing to pick off his own rip buff. And of course, Saigon Jokers here, despite being down in terms of kills, these global objectives that they've taken in terms of the turret has given them that slight 1000 gold lead.
Just a slight bit, yeah. Items wise though, like Corki has the Trinity Force now with the Sword Boots. It rests on the heart of Lee Sin right now actually. If with him, he's the only one who can truly make an engage without sacrificing a big chunk of the team.
I don't know. I don't know if SAJ will really be going for those initiations though. They're looking for picks, yes, but I don't think they want to go on for an all-out 5v5 fight. Because look at the map movement here once again. Nixwater going to the bot lane, going to start pushing out that wave. You have Lovida here in the top lane. He does need to put a few wards in the top side of the map though in order to make sure that he's safe. However, everyone else is just splitting up. So Hanoi Full Lewis here, they really look like lost puppies. They have no idea how to respond to this Saigon Jokers, you know, really interesting map movements.
Yeah, that's one thing which I will give the Saigon Jokers. Even Nixwater himself can afford to like split push lanes, and that's really rare. I mean, we hardly ever see an 18 mid go all out on turret.
Yeah, they're going on a 1-3-1 mission here. They're just going to clear wards. They have to, unlike in the previous situation where those engages and split push actually work, they need wards in deep into the map here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I expect many more pinks to come down as well. Looks like they are securing around the Baron pit. 3
members coming in, 4 members actually going into the top half of the map. Lovida needs to get away, but watch where SAJ moves on the rest of the map. You have a huge map movement from the blue squad going down to the bottom lane, and then they pressure off from Lovida, and Lovida just goes back to split pushing all over again.
Absolutely. Look at that. Nixwater is actually just being great at the moment. Throwing out the frozen path just to be cool about it. Oh, there we go. Like, nicely with the Goy's Power Blast, but it will not help you at all. It does not do oh wow. I can't use that actually.
One more auto attack. Oh, Starfall. There we go. And the collateral damage.
And the collateral coming from the side. That was a bit of a cocky play coming in.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
from Lovida.
And that was a perfect timing as well, because here Saigon Jokers actually had all their members recall, so they could not take any objectives off of that one. However, the amount of time that Lovida actually wasted and the amount of members that he actually pulled up would have allowed Saigon Jokers to take the tier 2 bottom lane turret.
Right, I mean, that's absolutely correct. Saigon Jokers here have taken, what, 5 of the turrets so far? So they have so much potential. HFL though, they are playing this game.
We might see our first team fight coming in right now.
Oh, getting a smite a bit too early here. Safety does not get it. The mask here going in. They make a very nice wall. Wow, this is just so much damage. Graves trades off, kills the Sandra in the meantime. Prince dropping very low. Gets that exhaust onto him. The chase is on. Violet forcing the flash out of Sue there. Safety and Sue in a safe spot now. Mind the pun. While the rest of HFL can actually go back, try to accumulate a bit more money from the waves, and of course push them out.
Yeah, this is what I actually disliked about how SAJ played the Dragon fight. So first off, we kind of complimented them on saying, okay, every time HFL is dragged to an area, you see SAJ go somewhere else. And this time though, we saw SAJ defend that dragon, and what happened? I mean, I have to say, SAJ got obliterated in that one team fight.
They did.
Top
So
model-
SAJ not looking that good at the moment,
Yeah.
even with their items. Look at that Zed with both the Yomu's Ghost Blade and the Blade Brewing King. Well, you could have easily just one-shotted a few with a death mark, but it took him so much more and he couldn't get back to safety before the marker ran out.
Yeah, Hanoi Full Lewis, I mean, they really are one of the best teams, I have to say, in terms of those messy team fight skirmishes, and
Right.
they are very used to playing that way because in the early days when they were Neolution, Full Lewis, they had a lot of connectivity issues. They had to kind of just mess around with the map, and they've just gotten so good at playing those skirmishes that, hey, being that messy team fight team, you can't play that game. You can't play the game that
Right.
FL plays so well.
Right. So here Shine, like they're stacking three in the middle, and I have a good feeling they're gonna push it out, while Thresh and Lissandra kind of just stick in the bottom.
Yeah, look at this. This split push coming up from SAJ is really throwing Hanoi Full Lewis off kilter. They have no idea what they're gonna do here, and Shine's just gonna walk up
Coming in
and
from
then
the side. Oh, gets hit by the ice in the frost shot though. That's a whole chunk of damage.
yeah,
coming
which
in.
makes me wonder why did Mixed Water and Sue actually back off from this one because of death sentence into it. Oh, they're gonna try to catch out the Shin though.
Shine going in.
Oh,
Gets
they got
a
it.
nice long range hook onto Shin. Throws out a rocket. Does not work. Shine misses out another charm as well. They're going back in, baby.
This is the
Shin
messy
gets the
team
attack.
fight.
Looks like Prince dropping really low as well. Flashing across. Did he just flash across that missile?
Yes, he flashed
He
across
is
the
a
missile.
boss. He is a man. Oh, man plays. And Lovida is not doing that split push makes him a coward, but
Hey,
you
this,
know,
this
sometimes cowards win
SAJ,
games. Yeah.
this SAJ team just can't win team fights at all, and Hanoi Full Lewis knows this, and they're just trying to get as much kills as possible. Don't know if they are prioritizing their objectives
Oh, the crit.
too
The crit.
correctly, but still they're going for the Baron now.
The crits. Yeah.
Are they?
So HFL here getting a nice little advantage, taking out 3 core members of SAJ, and now at the same time they might be able to take out this dragon.
Let's see. Lovida can do quite a bit of damage with his Living Shadows. Got a teleport coming in as well
Ooh,
from Nick
teleport.
Water.
Baron dropping really low. Can they get it
Oh!
in time? No way. Does he come in? HFL gets the Baron steal, but look at that. They're dropping really low. All this damage coming through. They get the knock up onto safety. Shin, are you going to be the savior of the game?
I don't think so. Shin
Yes,
here is
oh
legendary.
my god, Shin, you are a man.
Oh,
Coming in
Prince.
from the side. Prince
Gets hit by the
knocked
knock-up.
up. Gets knocked up. Oh, Violet dropping really low on that one. Hoping that they
Watch the
don't...
Dark Binding. Oh, that could have been a turnaround right there though.
It could have been...
Are they gonna recall right there? Oh,
Wow.
Shin.
Well,
Getting
they-
away from that one, but
with the variant buff, they get that increased
recall
timer,
time,
so
yeah.
That's
So
pretty nice.
here you go with Hanoi Full Lewis picking off a Dragon fight and then a Baron fight. However, Saigon Jokers here actually grabbing that top lane inhibitor. So it's just gonna be... They're gonna just trade objectives for this one, and Hanoi Full Lewis here, they look like if they don't fall to this SAJ, you know, tricks and traps here with the split push that we honestly 100% expected SAJ to go for, Hanoi Full Lewis can just close out this game number 1.
They could, I mean, but that's always been an issue for some of these GPL teams, closing out games. You know, we've always talked about this. Map rotation-wise, SAJ is really on form. Like, they have the skills they can play with. They know how to split push really strongly because they've been doing this for 3 seasons already.
Yeah.
But when it comes to closing out the game, like hard on with like a team that's leading in goal and leading in items, a team like HFL, like they have.
Can they close out? That's the big question.
That's always the question on my mind. BKT has just learned this season as well.
Yeah, they have.
So
the veteran team here, SAJ, not looking all too spiffy here. Oh wow, Nick Water actually jumping in right in.
going in for Starfall. They're aiming to support. Is that such a good idea? King of War coming in from the side. They get onto, ooh, missing out that little bit. But Violet's little death pool there will pick it up. King of War still on the run. Going in, ooh, so much damage coming in from the side. A very nice juke coming in from King of War. Is he waiting? He's waiting for safety to come in. Safety decides, nah man, I ain't flying in. Violet on from the side as well.
No, bro.
No, very
No,
hard
bro.
to chase this, but Sue, can you do this, babe?
Oh, they're actually going for it.
They are greedy, going in for the monies. Look who's on the top lane pushing turrets though. HFL making the plays.
I mean, with the Baron buff, especially on Hanoi Full Lewis, it's just like, I think they're answering your question. We're gonna defend this insane push coming from SAJ, and hey, we're gonna take SAJ's split push duty and really go on steroids here with the Baron buff.
Absolutely. And now that the third piece of the Dragon puzzle, like 1, 3, and 5, probably the most crucial skirmish power you can get. Right now they have the movement stuff. That's gonna be great with a Janna. Like, look, they're on the roll.
10%.
I always had faith in Hulu.
Yes, we always will have faith.
Despite my earlier comment pre-game that I was sure SAJ's comp was better, I knew it was HFL all along.
Honestly, I still don't know what the Morgana does though.
It gets them binding.
Yeah, it gets them binding. 2-1 and 11. Hey, I have no idea what Morgana's doing this game, but he's been really preventing the split push from coming along, getting those objectives, landing those bindings, using the tormented soil, and just really crushing it in SAJ.
I am swallowing my words right now as you speak. Like, they are doing so well as the game progressed and they started getting items, especially Shin. Shin is a beast. He is critting their faces and forcing safety to do. Oh my goodness, he couldn't see the wall.
He flashed over the wall.
What a man, Shin! And quick dashing across quick drawing across the wall once again. He burned the team's summoner spells, man.
Funny that he actually flashed over the wall first, gets kicked over, and then quick draws was like, why don't you just quick draw instead? Like,
flashy plays, my
friend.
Flashy plays. You know what? For that, I'm giving him 2 man points.
2 man points.
Because he is a man. Shin getting really low.
Mixed water.
Mixed water coming in. Has used the ultimate stuff to survive. Now with the Zhonya's, Lovita picks up King of War very early on. This could be a turnaround. Safety going really, really low as well. Lovita though, not sure where he went. Oh, he's at the back line. Came back into one piece. Shine, now the big winner. Laser is on him. But Shin is still alive after all of that.
I mean, having the Bloodthirster and the Infinity is just huge. He's just tanking up.
That is why I call True Grit, man. This guy has true grit.
He is. I mean, he is like Mafia.
You see,
Mafia Graves. He needs to be called Mafia Boss Graves now.
Exactly. That's why they take the cigarette away from him. When you take the cigar away from Graves, healthy lifestyle really makes him a much stronger character.
Yeah, he does. He does. Can quick draw much faster as well.
Yeah, dude. You're much more clearer. You know, cigarettes are bad for you. Public Service Council for the Health Service Board. Yeah, Health Promotion Board. They're not called the Health Service.
Yeah,
Board.
they're not. But we're not in any way affiliated to them at all.
Not at all. If you really thought that I was a Health Promotion Board, you'd be gravely mistaken taking it from a half obese guy. Okay.
Hey, Elliot.
That's true. I mean, why would I?
I refuse to believe that.
Hey man, sometimes life is tough.
Okay.
Life is tough.
Life is tough.
So SAJ here, now they're forced into a corner with 10k gold deficit.
Yeah.
That's really nuts. Nyx Water went in ham and couldn't do anything about it.
We're talking about how SAJ played the map rather well, getting the deep visions down and getting a 5-2 turret advantage at like 20 minutes into the game.
Oh yeah.
And Hanoi Fulus did not know how to respond at all. SAJ then dropped in terms of the vision control and start tunneling in onto those objectives for whatever rhyme or reason, and look at what costed them. HFL just huge in terms of those team fights. They're getting the items, they're getting that damage in terms of, they scale much better in terms of damage as well because Morgana just has such high AP ratios, so does Ari, and then Graves. I mean, let's talk about Graves here, man.
I mean, Graves
Shin
is
is 12-2 and 5 here
Shin
with a
is
last
definitely
whisper.
the MVP for this game. He's been making all sorts of crazy over-the-wall collateral damages. I mean, it's probably not the highest skill champion to play as an ADC, but think about it. He's playing an unconventional champion that didn't appear in any of the infographics, and he is bossing it. Coming in the PP, looks like Morgana's going to join the fight. Violet coming in. Are they going to get the Demacia? No, a nice collateral damage all the way. Nyx Water has
there go the Demacia.
Yep, there goes the Demacia. Ooh, the very beautiful use of a Starfall. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovita having to go in and not be able to do a full burst on Shin at all. That death mark was close to useless.
Yeah, because, okay, so this is why Zed has fallen off so much. I think is the fight going to continue?
Oh,
Let's see.
I highly doubt it. They're going to go like.
Okay, let me just add in this point really quickly because Zed just falls off so badly with Zhonya's, with Quicksilver Sash. Your death mark is essentially useless.
That's right. Okay, so look at those crits coming onto safety. If anything happens, it's going to be GG. Prince also trying to reload, taking all that Morgana damage.
HFL needs to just back off here. They can't stay for too long.
You can tell that SAJ is not used to that Morgana thing because they were thinking, oh, Tormented Soil is a very support skill, huh? Support skill can walk inside.
Nope.
Prince was taking a chunk of damage from it.
Yeah, the ticks here is just insane. But like I said, Zed, when you pick a Zed in your team, you need to remember that, hey, we need other threats. Because if Zed is our one and only threat here in terms of the death mark, it's just going to get Zhonya's. You see, all their main carries has either a Zhonya or the Quicksilver Sash. So
right,
that death mark is useless right now.
It is. It's very much a mid-game outfight as well. Like you want to get a death mark early on, tons of kills with GOTRK, just snowballing it.
Yeah, just grab those assassinations, which they did not. They did not pair Nyx Water, Lovita, as well as Su up together for those assassinations, which was what I was looking for. And here you go, HFL with the second Baron of the game.
Very safe Baron as well, if you think about it. Like, after this, they can easily rotate Dragon for that 4th star.
Yeah, gives them additional minion damage, not like they need it anymore.
Nah, I mean, it's cool. They didn't even bother taking like the Steam Shrine. They're like, Scuttle Crab's
Scuttle Crab, I mean, you do no harm to me. We bros.
We bros. And now they get the bulldoze their way through. Lovita, oh my goodness, they barely missed Lovita there. By a little margin, it's a little margin.
Oh, Lovita's right now, I mean, SAJ needs to pull off this amazing split push coming in. Oh, King of War taking a lot of damage here.
Flying all the way. Looks like a shutdown saving on Shin. That was a big amount of burst. This is very good news coming in for SAJ.
They have two
Shine still up high.
threats though.
No, this is not good. Shine going in for the charm. Zhonya's Prince dropping really low as well. Nice. Violet taking one for the team. Prince, that Orb of Deception is chunking them, and there's no way that Prince can come back into this fight.
Yep.
Now it's 3v2 altogether.
Blowing all your cooldowns onto Shin was great, but you forget that
easy kill, easy life. So much damage coming in. Shine is
triple waves of super minions as well. Super minions with Baron buff.
This is almost GG. Can Prince do anything?
Safety's gonna come back up in another 5 seconds. Nyx Water in 9 seconds. The Nexus is the only structure alive in the Saigon Joker's base, and there we have it.
I think this is it. And King of War, you fancy boy.
Getting the double auto attack with the flash as well, cancelling the auto attack coming out from safety. So there we go, game number 1.
Wow, that
going to Hanoi for Lewis.
That was amazing. You know, I think it's my presence, man. The comebacks happen when I'm around this desk. Yeah, so good. No, it was really a fantastic game. HFL, I mean, I think both teams started off really slow. They had like pacing issues, I think. And both were really unsure
and
of how to...
It was really messy.
It was messy.
And then Saigon Jokers just pull off this